Disney, please make a sequel. There's nothing like playing a villain. I do remember a lot of peeing and pooping, but that was actually Tom and Ted. Hi, I'm Steve Guttenberg. I was very lucky. 3 days after graduating high school, my parents let me go out to California. I was 17 years old. They gave me 2 weeks to become a movie star. And I actually got a Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial sitting next to the Colonel, Harlan. I called my parents and said, I'm a movie star. I got it.
Hey, it ain't cool if your chrome don't shine.
What was your secret for getting casting directors to book you in so many commercials?
I think the secret to becoming successful anything is being so good that they have to hire you.
Do you speak any English?
Nej, svenska. Men titta, om du...
We're in the effort business. You have to put out your best effort.
Sinatra is the Lord, all right?
Diner was an opportunity to audition for Barry Levinson, who was a wonderful writer, and this was his first foray into directing. I worked my ass off to get that audition and come in and prove to Barry that I was right for Eddie. I was really lucky to get that part, and I'm thrilled I get to work with Kevin Bacon and Danny Stern, Tim Daly, Paul Reiser. It's great.
See the thighs. Come on, I haven't got all day. The thighs.
What in the hell are you doing?
Meeting women, sir.
When I got the audition, actually the screen test for Police Academy, I was on the phone with my dad. My dad actually was a cop, so he told me, I'll send you my Police Academy shirt. He did, and I wore it for my screen test. And I do feel that that probably got me further.
Come on, man, it's a great unknown out there.
You got the chance to work with Ron Howard and an amazing veteran cast with Cocoon. It's the 40th anniversary of the film this year.
You know, whenever I'm around you, I feel really good.
Well, I so enjoyed working with everybody, but one of my memories was Ron made an announcement at the very beginning of the picture. And he said, look, I love ideas. I want everybody to come to me with ideas because I might use them. But at the end, I'm the final word. And that was a terrific moment for me to know that come up with, bring as much as you can. Come with, know the text, come with ideas, and make it fun. But also, when the director says, this is what I want, do what he wants.
That's a baby.
Oh, I know it's a baby. What's it doing there?
It's sleeping.
Biggest American box office hit of '87 was with Tom Selleck, Ted Danson, 3 Men and a Baby.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
How about this? Look at this. Look at a hairy chest. You like that? You like that? You want one of these?
The whole picture was wonderful to do, and Tom and Ted, great guys, really good actors. Leonard Nimoy, wonderful director. So we had just a perfect storm. Everything worked.
No. Good night, sweetheart.
I do remember a lot of peeing and pooping, and we had to sort of stop filming. But that was actually Tom and Ted. The baby was great. Yeah. I was actually vomiting. That was my problem. I vomited a lot. Other than that, everything's great.
Okay, you're on.
We were, of course, there on the set. We visited you.
I'm single. I enjoy dating women. And
don't water it down.
And I'm tired. I'm real tired. Can you dig? I'm real tired. I need some rest.
But I would think it must be pretty hard not to have somebody there for emotional support a lot of the time.
Too many people. Help me.
No, you're doing
Sometimes
fine,
there's too
man.
many people around, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean.
Okay, but there has been talk about doing another film with the three of you. I would love that so much. It would
So
be like
would everyone love that.
Granddads and a Baby or
Yes.
something. Would you do it?
Disney, please make a sequel to 3 Men. People will love it.
Hi, Daddy.
This is impossible.
It's also the 30th anniversary of It Takes Two with the Olsen twins.
Right.
Did you have any idea at the time that those two girls were going to go on to become fashion moguls? And
Well, they were, I think they were 7 years old or something to that effect when we were working together. And they actually dressed me, and we picked out clothes. And they had incredible taste. Incredible taste. It was all Prada. It was all, it was high-end stuff. But they dressed me beautifully. The shirts, not so much. Other than that, everything was great. Well, hello.
Now, fans just got to see you in High Potential. Loved it. How much fun did you have as a murder suspect alongside Caitlin Olsen?
I had a great time. That show, High Potential, is a wonderful series. And the great part about being a character who's not guilty is that you can act as guilty as you want, but you actually didn't do the murder. So I had a great time.
Of course, it was just 5 months ago that Steve made headlines rushing to the front lines to help emergency crews fight the LA wildfires.
The police and the firemen, the personnel told everybody, abandon your cars, get out, the fire's coming. Everybody ran out of their cars, left them in the street, and I was standing there and I thought, well, how are these fire trucks and emergency vehicles gonna get through? So I started moving cars, helping people. There were people in wheelchairs, there were mothers screaming. It was just pandemonium. It looked like an action movie, a disaster movie. But I actually ended up staying there for 7 days, 6 nights, and we helped put out spot fires. I think we saved a lot of homes. The air was toxic. I had a cough for 100 days after this. It took only about a month ago did it go away. My skin for a month and a half was peeling. It looked like a lizard. It was peeling for a month and a half and really sore. I had to go to a pulmonologist twice a week, had to go to a dermatologist twice a week. I was on medication. It was a really rough fire. The air is still basically full of toxins. The ground is full of toxins. People are moving back. We've got to rebuild, but we've got to be very careful. As human beings, we gather together, we grip each other, and we hold on to each other, and we make it work. You know, we're all in the rebuilding business all the time. You know, when something happens to us, we get knocked down, but we stand back up. The true sign of a champion is getting off the mat. And we in the Palisades are on the mat, but we're getting up.
Now fans can see a very different and dark side of Steve as a serial killer in the ripped from the headlines TV movie Kidnapped by a Killer, The Heather Robinson Story, premiering June 7th on Lifetime.
Now, I know we haven't seen each other much, but we're family, okay?
The story is unbelievable. This is a terrible killer, and he actually murdered a woman, took the baby, and gave it to his brother and sister-in-law. That baby grew up to be Heather Robinson. So at 15 years old, she found out the truth. Her mother and father are not her mother and father, and her uncle is not her uncle, but a serial killer.
I don't know what you think you're gonna find here.
You did something to those women.
I made some mistakes in my life.
And to play a serial killer was an incredible opportunity to delve into, first of all, this person's life, which I would do an hour or two of research, then had to put everything down and take a long walk and clear myself out. This man had just a heinous life. And it was exciting to go into makeup for an hour and a half.
I was gonna say, you look totally transformed in this film.
Great, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to disappear into this role. And that was my goal, and I think I did it. I'm really happy with how the film is. And as an actor, that's a great chance to ply your craft, make the most of it, and absolutely meld into a part where people cannot see the person that they used to know. I would love to branch out and start doing horror and more thrillers and drama. There's nothing like playing a villain. It's a lot of fun.